Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 21 of Firemind. So, today there are really cool things ahead of us. After I have realized that the caravan from our mountain home had some trouble reaching our fort, I have come to the conclusion that this cannot stay like that. It's either them being too stupid to come with a wagon across the big mountain goats, or they are just incapable of cruising through the forest. Our Baroness is not pleased, and therefore we're sending the street paving department. Yes, we're just going to build a big bad road here through the middle of nowhere. Whoa, there went a tree crashing down. He's stressed. Well, I would be stressed too if one of those filthy trees fell on top of my head. But luckily, it seems like Varbok is not in any danger. I gotta say, this place has a lot more surface stuff happening whenever I chop trees than any of my previous fortresses. Now, the road. We're going to make a pretty solid project here. For one, I want to pave a road to the southern border of the map. This will be pretty much the easiest part, but we gotta get started with it nevertheless. The problem that I got, man, all those granite blocks. So let's go downstairs and see what we can do there. I'm pretty sure the stoneworkers' workshops are working non-stop on those granite blocks. We got a very low amount of granite blocks in the stockpile, and I'm gonna increase the amount of wheelbarrows here to a max. You know, the thing is quite simple. I don't want to have that many wheelbarrows on every one of these stockpiles, but the ones that get stressed out heavily, they should have. We're also going to expand the metal stockpile now by an ungodly amount. That's not really tidy, orderly, or anything. Come on, game. Behave. Okay, the game is now obsessed with the idea to start this at this corner. Alright. We're just going to draw it twice. Now then, this thing here does require a lot of wheelbarrows too. Since we're chopping trees like crazy, I have really no shame in putting down wheelbarrows like a man. Alright, so that part has been dealt with. We also have our minecarts available, so I'd say it is about time to do this once more. Alright, so we're going to create ourselves again a couple of minecarts that are filled with magma so we can expand our magma workshop. This is a really slowpoke expansion so far, and as a matter of fact, I'm draining this pocket, am I? Only the surface level, but this is... whoa. So what I just realized is the fact that this bubbling sea of magma that we see here is actually only the top shelf of that one. So if we start draining on this level, we will get endless supplies of magma here as well. But that one here, it's actually depletable. I would need a lot of time to deplete that. Really a terrible lot of time. But it would work in theory. 2 people! Hooray! So Firemind is now really at the point where people are coming from near and far to get the show, to see the show going. Speaking about seeing the show going, this means that I have only a limited amount of magma workshops that I can build. Jokes aside, this reservoir will last for the entirety of the series. No problem with that whatsoever. So, as you see here, going down here does take a terribly long time. The Baroness is now reigning over a fortress that has really sophisticated methods of doing things by now. I'm just monitoring this close-up because it's just like you wouldn't have a candle unwatched burning in your home. You don't open the floodgates to magma without watching them closely. In the meantime, all the wheelbarrows that we have ordered will be completed, we will see a lot of new things being produced, and we can start the production of the street, or the construction of the streets, rather sooner than later. Oh! I somehow missed that we got promoted in the last episode to a county. Shame on me. So, Uzol, I'm very sorry. We gotta make you some bracelets to celebrate the moment, but all at the proper time. We're still monitoring the magma flood, which is, in all honesty, quite important to monitor that. And as you see here, we're slowly depleting that chamber. Slowly. So technically, if I would want it to, I actually could start draining this whole place. I could make this area down here, accessible. What would I have from that? I really don't know, as we can easily just carve around here. So it's not really practical. It is just fascinating that it is possible. Such is the nature of Dwarf's craftsmanship. So, let's see. We gotta wait until the minecarts disappear in the magma. I'm pretty sure we can already order that the bridge lever gets pulled. I'm quite positive that nobody will make it that early down here, but this won't be any issue. There we go. They're all submerged in magma now, except for the last one. There we go. So, after that's been assigned, we can also assign that, and the rest will just go down as expected. We'll be checking back with that. For now, I think everything should be fine. The commands have been processed. There should be nothing bad here happening. Famous last words, I suppose, but whatever. So, clear glass bracelets. Can I make that? Nah, sadly not. Well, I wanted to check if that's actually a possibility or not. Okay, so we're going to make Vilon bracelets. Yeah, that's better. So, you see, I just tried to make something special for our Countess, not Baroness anymore. Damn, that's a really nice change of things. So, this also means that we have to boost up this quarter here. Okay, that stuff has been dealt with. Our engravers, we're going to unemploy the people that are just not good enough at this, and the Countess demands Celab for this task, as he is the most skillful and esteemed engraver in our fortress. I somehow do understand her. Jokes aside, we do have a really high increase of value with this action, so we can keep this thing going even on that small area here. Okay, we need a chest more, and we need a weapon rack and an armor stand more. I think I have ordered these things now on a regular basis, so that won't be any problem whatsoever. At least something. So we put down these racks in the bedroom. Why not? And another chest into the office. I think that should look quite nicely. So, my good man, Celab. Celab. So, we're going to stop him from storing things in stockpiles. It's something that has to get done for sure, but it's not what is being expected from him right now. Okay. Oh, wow. So the cobaltite bracelets that he's wearing, they come from Boatflower. I've manufactured them there. Jeez, this game. Definitely should consider doing some sort of crafts in this fortress too, as I see these things and I deem them way too cool to ignore about that. Anyways, we have a project for the upcoming year. We have to build a road, my men, because it is unacceptable that our wagons are not reaching the ford again another time. That is just no. This has to get done during the course of the next year. end of the line. So we're going to start building a road down here. And I wondered if it wouldn't be cool if we'd be putting down bituminous coal blocks on the edges of this thing. Maybe it looks crappy, I don't know. I want to try it nevertheless. As this might also help me out in stretching my granite reserves. So, there we go. There is water dripping down from this area here, as we are no longer capable of reaching this place, as it seems. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot order the smoothing of these areas, so, well, let's do this accordingly. I really don't like it if things are that disordered, misordered, whatever. The Creed of Tweeting, once a temple and the priest. The Creed of Tweeting is not Elon Musk's new or alternative religion. It is the organized religion of Nashas, the goddess of love. So this is an interesting turn of events, as this means that we are now seeing some more civilized or friendly things on this civilization. Alright, the construction of these floors, I need to monitor this a little bit more closely, as I want to make sure that this gets smoothened out immediately after. I think I cannot assign it still now. I cannot reach it, so I cannot assign it. Yeah. DFHack does fix a lot of things, but not all of them. So, well, we're gonna memorize that place. It's not like it would trigger a flooding or anything. It can't. Ain't possible. Good. So, as you see there, the usual things have happened, and we are going to go to the magma workshop level now. And that stockpile of nonsense will now get minecarts back into their disposal, and oh, they have still that thing. Wonderful. It is really, really great. Okay, so whoa, my FPS are freezing, so something about this ain't right. Okay, it stops now. Okay, there must have been some faulty movement commands somewhere, I don't know. But obviously they fixed themselves. Oh yeah. Isn't that looking nice? That is looking like a proper road to me. So we're going to do it like that. I like it. Let's see how we can follow the concept of black edges on the road's borders. We'll see about that. But I do like the basic concept of that. It looks pretty nifty. Low effort, much return. I like it that way. Okay, so we got to build that road on this end as well, though. So we're going to widen it a little bit. So I'm going to make the granite part this wide. So you see, here we got the problem of all those pesky, ruddy trees. So, wow, we're gonna have so effing much lumber in this fort. Well, only good that we require it for the clear glass production. I never saw the well. Look at that. I never saw that. I never watched them drawing water. Damn, that's cool. They just washed some Kea blood off of them. Alright. So, yeah, there has been some ruddy wildlife protesting against us taking care of those trees. It's always the same, I tells you. Now, we got to check now. Do I have a proper granite pit somewhere? I think this is the best bet. This is as good as it gets here. So we should definitely excavate some more of that. So, yeah, let's check back with that. We got a quite nice amount of it. It's mixed with gabbro, though. But there's quite a nice amount of granite still to pick up. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I didn't know why I did what I did up here, and now I notice how good it was that we did what we did. Right. Goodo. So we're gonna be digging out some more about stuff here, as I really think this is a pretty good way of exploring the place here a tad bit, keeping my mining dwarves busy, and harvesting some of that precious granite. So, we got a lot new wheelbarrows. We got a big project. Countess Uzol has demanded the Dwarves of Firemine to build a road, or build roads in general. I never built roads in Dwarf Fortress. You actually can build also paved roads, but they suck. I am still waiting for sort of an update for them, as they can be, if I remember correctly, they impassable for wagons, you see. Or it was some other nonsense that made them nigh unusable. I cannot remember what it was exactly, but I only know that when I was using paved roads in my beginner times, some wise commenter mentioned that I shouldn't use them for roads at all, I should rather use floors. There was a really good explanation that I can't remember anymore, but anyways. That's why I use floorboards instead of the paved roads. I gotta check back with what it was, though. I think goblins or so can just destroy them. I think it was some nonsense like that, if I remember correctly. Whatever. We don't have goblins here, but we'll have elves soon swarming this place. Right. So, after this short delve into roadology, we can now only wait until the blocks have been made. And we also will now finally put those poor creatures out of their misery. Like, 2 of these are actually suffering. Some cruel hunters lodged some crossbow bolts into their bodies, and for some reason they're surviving since years with these injuries. So we're bringing the squad to relieve those poor animals from their pain. I can't watch this, you know. This is really making me kind of sad. There we go. I don't know. Was that now much better? Probably not. I don't know. But it really downed me quite a lot to see these near dead giant goats hanging out there at the border of my map. So we got a female giant goat kid, and it fled the map, if I saw that correctly. It just left the map. Well, also a way to resolve that whole thing. Anyways, so we got the Creed of Tweeting asking for a temple, and I think this is just the spot to go. Right across the road, right on the other side of the Temple of Vukar. Isn't that a cool idea? I like it. Alright, this will take a moment to be finished, as I have ordered the excavation of a huge area down there. So, she has not enough bling in the throne room, but I... Don't I have an artifact throne? Where did that go? Nah, that's not how I want to do it. Sorry. There, so we don't have... Where did that artifact throne go? I was so sure I placed it down there. Is it still with the farmers? No. Whatever, we're going to put just some other fine statue of her into the bedroom. You know, it's not as if there aren't enough statues there, but we're going to put the statue of Inod Trade River in there. She's not that narcissistic, you know? So, while we're at it, let's check back with our, with our shop here. So, yeah, look at that. The silver statues of farming stuff have finally turned into something neat. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, so we can do that as well. Decorating fortresses is half of the fun, at least for me. So we're going to put down a silver statue of that. Oh, I need to check mark that. Plump helmet and the pigtail. There we go. So, now I remember. So, yeah, the throne just didn't get displayed as artifact. That's why I didn't notice it. I left it in there so it was able to retain the value of that place. Now it all comes back to me. Okay, so we need to get this temple here done. Really enjoy the fact that we got a little project in the inside of the city while we're basically waiting for the granite to be cut. It is a pretty huge task, I know, but I think it is really worth it. So we're going to see what kind of material can I use here. So, as they are a much more jolly and easygoing faction, I don't want to have this same dreary bituminous coal block look here. It just doesn't fit. We will go for just the diorite look. It's a very simple thing. We don't need to construct much about it, but it is going to be a really nice contrast here. There we go. So I hope I ordered the right rock there. I feel like I misclicked. Anyways, I meant to do... What exactly? I had something really good on my mind just... yeah. The life of these animals depends on that. There were new people joining, and with new people joining, there is usually always something we need to take care about. Right on. Good. So... Our industries are brimming. This place is filled with life, and we have now the capabilities that we require to get the road project going. I didn't foresee this road project. It is more of an emergent thing that is now happening. But for one, I still don't know if it was just a fluke because the bridges were not passable by the wagons. But at the same time, if I check on out how much of a forest is going on here, if we want to have access to the mountain home and all, I think it is just natural that we need to chop all them trees. How to transport goods and all over the land without roads, so we have a proper fortress if this is going to be supposed to mountain home. I only find that extremely fitting. Alright, a new Galena strain has been found. That's really good. More woodapall. This place is really getting us somewhere. So, what is it now? First of all, what happened to the bracelet orders? Okay, we need to go into emergency order, emergency mode now, before a crime will happen. So, rock bracelet twice. Now, most important things in the fort. Thank you. Then we need 2 leather armors. Luckily, that is really not much of a big deal. So, also very important. Now we can accept the request here. Because that's coming together just nicely. And here, smoothing walls is not getting done that fast anymore, as our stonecutters are all quite busy people these days. I like it, though. So, we need to edit this thing. I think I'm going to go for the paintbrush for this one, as it is much more precise. There we go. Now, that's going to be the new temple for the Crete of Tweeting. So, 10 people. Not too many. The Coven of Spit. Ugh. What the hell are these places? Like, seriously. Coven of Spit. What's wrong with these folks? And how should I imagine the holy mess being? It's more of a mess than a mess. Anyways, so we are going to go and set up a couple of shrines here. So I'm going to put down here too. Oh yeah, and here too. So I'm really going all in it with that. Okay, so the engravers. Silab is done with his great duty. The Countess's quarters are also absolutely fit to her liking. So it's only now a question of time until the Queen will arrive. I really look forward to that. As I know the Queen from Boat Thrower quite well, we have hosted her in the previous fort, and it would be absolutely amazing to have this crazy woman back here as well. Okay, now then. The regular engravers get now the task of getting the job done here. And I am very careful with the outer walls, so we're going to engrave just the bits where I'm sure that I'm not gonna be putting any windows in. Because I want to have the opportunity to sit in windows here. It is such a nice opportunity when you can look out like that. Alright. Brilliant. So we have a lot of things going on these days. I really love this whole road project. It gives me the feeling as if we're really leaving a footprint on this place. I also wonder what will happen with our road once we pour magma all over it. So, there is, again, violence and bloodshed happening. Alright, one Deduk Helm's Devils just punched a Wolverine to death. This guy, no wounds, nothing. But our diagnostician has been found dead. So how did that happen? This is... Let's see, Giant Wombat. I must assume that... Yeah. So... First of ours has fallen to the pests of this place. This filthy creature is still around, so we'll be sending our military after that. As it seems, we have now wildlife acting against our expansion. That is really problematic, but it is actually what I expected to happen sooner or later. It is also the first dead dwarf off this place, so we have to set up a sarcophagus industry. So I really don't know why, but I want lead sarcophagi here. I can't tell you why I wanted them to be made out of lead. I just love the idea of leaden sarcophagi for this place. So, we are going to go down with that as follows, because, you know, what's better than leaden sarcophagi? Exactly. Decorated sarcophagi. We got them here on Auto Produce. We got heaps of galena, so all of these things will happen according to plan. But we will need one of them custom made, as I want to bury this brave dwarf here properly. So, whoop-de-doo. Where's lead? There we go. Boom. So happy that we got the magma workshops. A giant raven fighting against one of my woodworkers, so things are really getting problematic. Especially these giant birds, they are really nasty customers. They are so nasty that it might come up to the point that we will require to get ourselves Mark's Dwarfs going here. As you see, our people are being attacked now while we are trying to build the road out there. I love this. So, you see, Dwarf Fortress can be kind of a boring game if you shy away from risk and danger and things that are actually trying to kill you. If you try to just build a road through a forest, you will... Through a savage forest, you know, savage lands, the whole topic of the series is that I only go into biomes where giant animals are very, very likely. And yeah, you see the results of that. And they somehow don't like the surface ceiling of this place. I don't even know why. Good, my friends, that's it all for today. I'm sad to say that, but it is time to outro. So there's a couple of things that we need to get done. We'll be splatting down that road here, and I also plan to do a branch off over into this area here. Maybe we make it... well, I would need to find a place where we can draw a road up quite decently with easy construction of ramps and whatnot. It's a lot of work ahead of us, but, you know, what's Dwarf Fortress without crazy engineering tasks up ahead of us? So, while we're outroing, I want to say thanks for watching sincerely. I hope you had fun. I certainly do. I'm really, really happy about all you jurists out there watching this. And I hope you had a good time with this episode. Leave me your comments down below and leave a thumbs up for the algorithm if you'd be so nice. I'd be very happy. Also, feel free to subscribe and check out the description box, as you will find there the playlist link to all my previous fortresses in this world, total number of 5. And of course, I also have Patreon, PayPal, and Buy Me a Coffee running. As much as I love to do these things, I am sadly not able to live off of these things completely as of yet, so I'm really happy that you guys are helping me out to create more of this dwarfiness here. Big thanks to everybody who's supporting the channel. Big thanks to everybody watching these videos, because, you know, if they're not getting watched, they're also quite useless. Either way, thanks for being around. Next episode, we will see how far we can take this. It's all a question of how fast these stone blocks are being cut, but the rate of expansion currently is pretty decent. So, see you guys there. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.